Well, welcome into Key Factors, presented by theRaceGuide.com.au. Stu and Mike to take you through the card at Rosehill Gardens this weekend. Hopefully a lot of winners coming your way. Best bets value, the $100 hot seat. We've got a new charity involved this week as well. And Mike, we're getting through these races, and are we onto a drier surface or just going to be drier surface this week?
Definitely the story, the narrative changed this Saturday. We've heard all these terms about tough types, wet track types that are really fit deep in their preparation.
True.
But we're looking for very different horses on Saturday. A bit of early speed, a bit of acceleration, a bit of power. They're the horses we're looking for on Saturday.
Okay, so we're saying a few of these horses on the wet that have been enjoying the wet the last few weeks, we might be against a few of those?
Yeah, I'm no trainer, but most trainers out there will know there's a balancing act between fitness and acceleration with a horse. Early in their preparation, they've got lots of speed. Deeper in their preparation, lots of fitness. A lot of those horses deep in their prep may struggle to accelerate on Saturday.
Okay, and just on that, so what sort of horse are we looking at Rosehill onto a dry track profiling?
Nice segue into the raceguide.com.au. Powerful types, stronger types, early in the prep is the horses that we want.
All right, we're going to have to get through a few of those, and well, let's have a look at the track conditions here, Mike. We've mentioned it. So we've got good 4 to soft 5, so in the middle there somewhere.
Not quite sure. The Dews keeping in the soft range, but the sectionals 2 weeks ago in a soft 7 were pretty quick in the straight, so we think it's going to be the edge of good. The rail's out 5 metres, and that could mean some bias as well, on pace and inside. A bit like Randwick last week, but very different conditions. All
right, so definitely got to keep your eye out for any bias this weekend, Mike. And of course, 9 big races on the card. The Winter Stakes is in there. Some 2-year-olds to start the day. Ooh, how we come up with these 5 this week?
Yeah, good races across the card. I wanted to do the 2-year-old, but I just couldn't quite get across it for a Thursday night. And I don't want to send our viewers the wrong way, Stu, so I'll save that for the raceguide.com.au. Race 2, 2,000 metres, we like that one. Race 5, race 7, race 9, we like as well. Race 6 is tricky, but there's one at value there as well.
Okay, we'll look forward to that. So stick to the races we know and stick to the horses we know we can profile.
100%.
So let's start off, I think it was race number 2, over the 2,000 metres, and we've got a benchmark 78, handicap conditions, and Full Meaner, the favourite here, well back, 350 to 290. Winner 2 from 3 this preparation, rounding them up here over the 1,800, beating guys, and it stays down the weights here. My Swashbuckler on the second line, $5.50, some good money as well. The ex-French import having just its second Aussie start, making up some good ground off of fresh and stepping out from the mile. New arrangements in there, $5.50, blocked on heels, held up. Plenty of orange in the video comments at the race guide. It's racing well. We've got guys, obviously the Full Meaner form, and then out to Birth of Venus, $7. Came out of the pack to chase Mount Popper second up. No Mount Popper here, Mike, but Full Meaner looks like a pretty good horse in the making.
She's a real proper racehorse, isn't she, Full Meaner? She absolutely loves being out there, and she smashes the line. And we keep talking about key factors and how much we like these horses. Guys, look, big improvement back to her home track, but was very, very well ridden this day. She still could improve deep into preparation. Full Meaner, off a slower tempo, gets to the outside and does what she does. Surge hard, so hard that final 200. But she's only a lighter frame type. She's got wet track breeding, and it is a drier track on Saturday.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going to have to look for, Mike. And Rachel King riding so well. But look, as you said, gets the job done here, and we like a horse that can savage the line like this.
If she's 2 or 3 lengths away with 200 metres to go, she will just surge late. It's all about what happens between the 400 and the 300 metres with her.
Okay, well, let's have a look at another competitor now. We're talking about new arrangement. Only a few weeks ago, got out the back this day. Mike, so consistent. Third, second, fourth, thirdest last 5 runs. It's always got a few excuses. You can see it sort of reefing there, but just at the back. Gets a nice run, though, at the end of the race and finishes it off well.
Yeah, held up. I don't think it had its chance, and we talked about this one last week before it got scratched. Is he a non-winner? I don't think he is a non-winner because he does find the line. He won a race on a good track in England by, I think, 10, 12 lengths.
Yeah, wow.
Non-winners don't do that. I think he could be a good tracker. He just hasn't seen one for a while, but he sees a pretty good track on Saturday.
Well, there's going to be a few of those, aren't there? Jumping from the heavy back to a nice dry surface at Rosehill. So a bit of confidence as we can look forward to the racing this weekend. And let's get this first race, race number 2, underway with the form, Mike. We're looking for the gold. Top right-hand side of the screen, we're running our own little mini race.
Not much between them. There's a couple of form lines you can do between Full Meaner and new arrangement. That puts it new arrangement at least equal, maybe even slightly better with former and California Longbow. Okay,
so the 2 from the replays are the ones they've got to catch. As always, the first key factor is progression.
How much is she improving? She put a margin on the last start. Full Meaner's got big upside. My Swashbuckler can keep improving. Watch the yard for him. He can melt in the yard, and Birth of Venus third up for Waller, always improving.
Okay, so the favourite just edging ahead here, Mike, and of course, distance at stage of prep.
Yeah, she hit the line like 2,000, should be fine. My Swashbuckler will like the distance. The track conditions is the risk for him.
Okay, so Full Meaner still out by a length from My Swashbuckler, track conditions. This is also important this week.
Yeah, both favourites. Fulmina, lighter frame type, wet track breeding. She could be okay, but bit of a risk. And my Swashbuckler looks like a wet tracker as well.
Okay, so potential risk there on the two favourites with track conditions. But what about positioning run here over the 2000?
He can use his tactical speed finally on Saturday. New arrangement, one out, one back, or outside the leader. Great spot for him.
Okay, there he goes. New arrangement. Gets there by a length to Fulmina, my Swashbuckler, Birth of Venus and Court Show at any old odds in behind. So new arrangement just on top there, Mike. And the favourite back is Fulmina. I know it's been very well tipped already this week. They're going to have to see if we like it here in the ratings, mate, because 290, look, it didn't get the job done. New arrangement did. Look, a little bit of value there I've seen. Court Show, $17, only a couple of lengths behind.
Yeah, not bad. Can improve back to a dry track. Got no idea what he's going to do, but his English form will show up. Guys, Birth of Venus, they're solid. My Swashbuckler, I'm kind of against him. And Fulmina, I like her a lot, but 290 is too short for me. So new arrangement's the one.
Yeah, nice.
Each way all day, and Court Show just in case at big odds on a dry track.
Okay, so a nice each way play to start the day with new arrangement in race number 2. The next race we're going to have a look at is race number 5. It is a sprint, 1100 metres under benchmark 78, and look, a lot of speed engaged here. $3.10 favourite Varda went straight to the lead fresh at 1100 at Canterbury, just kept on running away from them for a very big win. Switched $4.20, thought she was home last week, nabbed on the line by the smart Taylor. They gapped the rest. Zanaya, $6.50 on the third line. Chased Hard Fresh, Abdullah Sticks. Lilymore at $7. Led them up at 1200 metres. Back slightly in trip here. And then out to Super Oasis and Willow Heart. They're both resuming and obviously coming through the same trial. But Varda, Mike, that horse just went whoosh from the gates and they couldn't catch it.
The trial looked good. I wanted to back her. I was spooked by the Canterbury on-rails bias, but Rachel King got her out. Rachel King got her to the rails, and the horse did the rest. Such good trials, wasn't it? And she went away by 5 lengths. The thing about this horse is, though, at the end of last preparation, she produced her peak on a softish track. She then comes out first up and produces a new peak on a heavy track. Back to dry conditions, like we keep saying. She's got big upside, but she has to do it on a drier track on Saturday.
She's going to have to do it, and I guess with this, all the speed engaged in this race on Saturday, Mike, so many of them are going to ping. Where are they going to land?
The speed map looks awful for her. I wouldn't be surprised if they scratch.
All right, well, that's a nice win we've got to have a look at there. That's the favourite, and I'll tell you what isn't going to be favourite, our Dasher, but we're showing this, Mike, because we've got Derek Piper here. He's only got 6 in his stable, the Mudgee trainer, and, well, this was a decent win. It was another one that went on pace, so where can this settle on Saturday?
Just going through the ratings and looking at the form, and sometimes when you see a country horse coming to the city, you see the new handicap system favours them with the claim, and coming from the country to the city, she gets basically 10 kilograms or 11 kilograms off her rating. Then you go back to her old city form and you realise she's absolutely fine. She gets new pay, she gets a claim, like I said, and she should be in the finish again.
Okay, so you've got to get your eyes across all the form for all your races, but especially this one with all the speed engaged. Let's see if the key factors can help us find the winner here, Mike. Varda, well, it's way ahead for form.
That was a big win. Flogged Estrado last start, whose form was okay. And you can't see our Dasher because she's off the page, but she's not far off the mark.
That's right, and Estrado was right in the market in that race, of course. And what about progression here, Mike? Who's got some of this?
Yeah, someone got upside, switched. I mean, she was bottomed out last week. Can she improve? Maybe not. Varda's got big upsides. Zanaya second up. Super Oasis loves a fresh run. And Diva Bella could improve as well.
Okay, so plenty of gold there for progression. And the distance here, Mike?
All sprinters.
They all sprinters, and they'll all love the 1100 metres. Right, who is the key to getting back to a dry surface?
Yeah, we gave Varda an okay, but it is a slight risk. Lilymore will be a risk as well. Back to a dry track, Estrado definitely a risk. Lots of them like a dry track. Free Harder gets a massive kicker. She absolutely hates wet tracks, Jim.
Okay, so it's Varda still maintaining that 2-length lead. They haven't been able to catch her. And, of course, at the end here, Mike, position and run. That's going to help Free Hearted.
Look at this speed map. It's a complete mess. There's 8, 9 on paces and leaders. I don't know what's going to happen, but Free Hearted should be 3 back the rails, which is a great spot to be with the bias on Saturday.
Okay, so Varda leads throughout. Free Hearted makes a lunge, but it is Varda by a length. Looking at all the key factors, Mike, it's the favourite. It had a lot of support, Varda, there through the key factors. Let's see if it's going to take our money, though. $3.10 is pretty short. Free Hearted, this horse has already had a bit of specking, $18 into $13, and there's your Our Dasher, mate. We saw the replay, $41.
Yeah, why not? It's going to be a blanket finish on Saturday. We know that much. Positioning run's going to matter a lot. We don't know where they're going to settle, but some drawn wider will be risky. Varda's included in that.
Yep.
I just don't know where she's going to settle, so I'm going to go for free harder each way, and I dashed her each way. But if the money comes for Varda and you can run on out wider,
Yep.
I'm definitely covering on her too.
Okay, so a nice blanket finish there in race number 5. It's free hearted for us. There's 2 down at Rosehill Gardens. Stick around after the break. Plenty more coming your way. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by theRaceGuide.com.au. We are 2 races down at Rosehill Gardens. Now it's time for a look at race number 6. Over the 1,500 metres, benchmark 78 under handicap conditions, and Bandersnatch $2.50 favourite. A bit of money there Thursday afternoon. Has been in the market each run this preparation, each over the 1,400 metres, wide at the latest, getting closer to the win you would think. Edison there on the second line, $5.50 on the back up after his win last week. A nice ride by Bossy who sticks here. Now out to the 1,500 metres. Night of Power, $6.50 in the market. Word for word, $7.50. Some nice money as well in from the $7 for giving the run latest. And of course Monegal, this horse has come back well, $7.50, 2 big runs this time in. Handspun franking the form last week, and out to Orsane, got the better of Monegal here last start over the trip. But Bandersnatch, Mike, are the punters going to come back again?
He's just top of the pops, this horse, isn't he? Always short in the market. Obviously when I rose your last preparation, a lot of punters got on like that, but ever since then, he's just so short. This is last start. Making excuses. He was 3 wide, no cover, so you can probably forgive him. It was a pretty solid run, but the form out of this race has been horrible. Spencer's come out and got beaten, got unders. Big Boy Roy, all but gone, got beaten in the country. So the form reference is not very good. But like I said, 3 wide, no cover, and he does roll forward, which could suit the pattern on Saturday, Stu.
Okay, I'm sensing a little bit of this horse could either explode on the weekend or it could just be a forgive.
If it's a leader's paradise, you want to get on now, but if it's not, he's way too short.
All right, well, there's a look at Bandersnatch. Let's have a look. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, a few of them coming through it here, Mike. We've got Orsane, Monegal, and the cartoonist Night of Power coming through this race. And Monegal, Michael, Orsane, I should say, was on the inside here. It was a nice ride, gets out, gets the win. Monegal obviously closes, so these two are just, they're enjoying running against each other.
Going so well. Orsane so well ridden by Abdullah, and Abdullah gets off to ride Bandersnatch, and Raw Willard's on. It's a tricky ride.
Yep.
That's a slight negative for Orsane. Monegal absolutely flying wide from the 650 metre mark. He had to be to sustain a long run, or she had to be, sustain a long run, came home for a very strong second. She's a lightly framed type. Will she be a dry track type on Saturday? That's the question.
Okay, and will they be able to make that sort of ground later in the day on Saturday?
Big question, drawn to get back on the inside.
Okay, well, that's what we're going to have to sift through here. Mike, Key Factors time. Let's get stuck into it. It is the long may we play handicap, and it's Monegal with the form.
Monegal, such a good run. We gave it a mark up because it was 3 wide, no cover from the 650. Light her up.
Okay, so Monegal, the one they've got to catch at some nice each-way odds here, Mike, but progression. Has Bandersnatch got progression?
He was off a long freshen, so he should improve into this. Night of Power, geez, he's been bad. He has to improve. And Bias third up as well.
Yeah, right in the market again. A Night of Power, but it's Bandersnatch levelling up with Monegal, Mike. What about this distance, 1,500?
1,500, a lot of them do like it, I think.
Okay, so we'll get that through that one. And track conditions, Mike. Drier?
Yeah, drier conditions. Just a few I want to point out a bit of a question mark. Night of Power, word for word, and Monegal, lighter frame types. I'm a bit worried if it firms up. Okay,
so all that profiling is done at theRaceGuide.com.au. What about the position in run, Mike? Who's this going to help?
Yeah, if there's a bit of bias, on pace inside Bandersnatch, Night of Power gets a nice trail. Edison on pace as well. Oakfield Captain could be in the box seat.
At any old odds, but it's Bandersnatch by a length from Edison and Monegal, Orsane and Oakfield Captain. The one
boring, the favourite wins.
The favourite wins by the Key Factors. It didn't help us too much there, but I'll tell you what it's got to decide, Mike, is that price right. $2.50 Bandersnatch, Edison $5.50. They were the only ones that we liked through the Key Factors, but some horses in form here. Monegal, Orsane, and you've found Oakfield Captain here at $41. They're only a couple of lengths behind.
Will the price ever be right for Bandersnatch? I honestly doubt it. Maybe in 10 starts time when people forget about him. Oakfield Captain, I don't think he stays the mile. He definitely doesn't like a wet track. If he box seats, the bias is inside, he can do something at 40 bucks.
All right, I was waiting how long it'd take to get some nice value here. We are already there in race number 6 on the card. So there it is, Mike, 41 bucks. Let's get it home as we kick on to race number 7. It's the feature of the day, the Winter Stakes over the 1400 metres. It is a listed race, and Trumbull, well, no gold or red flags last start. It jumped okay, 4th with the rails with cover inside, beating Order Again and Dealmaker. Didn't make any mistakes. It is favourite at $4. Noble Boy, $5.50. Finished just behind Trumbull here before a 4-week freshen. Gets a weight swing. We know it likes it here. That trial was cushy to watch. Dealmaker, $6 there, chasing hard behind Trumbull. Order Again, $6.50. They were all well ahead of Sambro, who ran on from the back. It's at $6.50 there. And Girl Tuesday, Mike, Sydney to Adelaide to Melbourne, now with Clary Connors, given a very quiet trial for this as well. It's $9.50.
Well, have a look at her in the second replay. She's burnt some punters' cash. Let's start with Trumbull.
Including mine.
Talking about horses that have burnt punters' cash. Trumbull keeps missing the star, but finally Tommy Berry got him to jump. Found the box seat, and the rest is history. Sprints it up the inside, paraded so well for Kim all deep into preparation. Order Again, Dealmaker very solid, Sambro solid as well. He simply got too far back. Smart Edge, we backed him. I think he was terrible, drifted in the market. But will Trumbull jump on Saturday, Stu? That is the only question we care about.
Yeah, true. And I guess if it does, Mike, it's just going to be there again. And, well, it can do this. It can just turn it on quickly, can't it?
Look what he did between the 3 and the 100 metres. His acceleration is simply a lot better than these Waller runners. But he needs to jump, and he wants a steadyish tempo as well, I think.
Okay, so well, plenty of questions there, Mike. Okay, and always questions on this girl. Girl Tuesday. We're going back to a replay here. Well, let's face it, you could say this about a few of her rides, Mike. Doesn't get any luck. That could be, you can see that all through the form. What do we do with her?
This is the most impossible race to price for an analyst because you've got to calculate the odds of Trumbull jumping, which is what, 27.3%, who knows? Nice. And then let's go to Girl Tuesday and work out the chances of her getting out. She draws to go back on the inside again. This is her a couple of starts ago in a Group 3 over 1,500 metres. She should have won being Amangiri, which is good enough form to win this. But your heart's in your mouth every start, Stu.
Yeah, then unlucky in Adelaide, unlucky in Caulfield after that ride, Mike. So it is going to need all the luck. You've priced that up as well. Good on you, mate. Let's get this race started here. Form and key factors. Trumbull, well, it's just going well, mate.
You didn't believe the 27%. Did you Trumbull light him up for form? That was a good win last start.
I didn't, but we'll test you on it later. What about Dealmaker? Is right there as well. So is Order Again. Okay, Mike, progression.
Noble Boy, terrible second up, strong third up. The trial was very, very good leading into this. Very sneaky. Smart Edge, maybe I'm biased. I'm giving him a gold bar.
Yeah, we were on at big odds last time. It's got a bit of room to make up, though, Mike, to Trumbull, who's on top here, and the distance.
They should be okay, but a note, the Waller runners, Dealmaker, Sambro, Order Again, if it backs off and they sprint, they're all milers, a bit of a risk.
Okay, so there's an interesting key factor. What about this track conditions? A few of these coming from heavy.
Yeah, Girl Tuesday likes Rosehill. We saw the replay. Ready to Profit should like Rosehill better than Brisbane. And Secunderabad could improve to dry ground.
Ooh, gold for Girl Tuesday. It's not far away, Mike. Who's going to get the position in run?
There is no tempo. Sambro could get closer. Ready to Profit should lead. Takamuchi box seat. Trumbull, we would light him up if we knew he'd jump.
Trumbull hangs on only by a length. Look at the host of them lining up here. Noble Boy, Dealmaker, Sambro, Order Again, Girl Tuesday. They are only a length behind, Mike, but Trumbull racing well. Can it jump? You've signalled the questions. Let's have a look. So $4 favourite. Okay, so that's looking all right. $5.50 Noble Boy. The trial watchers would have absolutely loved that. But look at these, mate. They're all under $10. They're all right there. So which way are we going to go?
I'm going to do a very, very creative first 4 in this race on Saturday, I think. Because we've got 3 risky runners, Trumbull, Noble Boy and Girl Tuesday.
Yep, okay.
If one of them produces, I think they win. Then the 3 Waller runners run the places. I've got no idea. There's some tips on the screen, but I'm not confident at all, Stu.
All right, and those tips are Trumbull is the best bet and Noble Boy clearly off the trial as well. Well, let's wrap it up. Race number 9. How did we come up with this? 1,200 metres to end the day. Benchmark 78. This is an absolute lotto, I reckon. Monty Ditto on top, 6 into the $5. Runner-up 3 of the last 4. Malaya Magic. Well, we know this horse is always placing as well. 3 of the last 4 as well. We've got Stella Seasun, $6.50. Return with a bang, so that's right there as well. Accelerado, $6.50 of Dulla combines well with this horse. We've got Partners, it's there as well, coming on from the highway as we know. Sharatera, $7.50. Can it settle a little bit closer this week? And then out to the $11. He's a hot shot who's one of those horses, Mike, that might just like getting back onto a dry track.
He might. You've preempted some of the key factors. Partners analysis. Thanks for giving the story away. So let's have a look at Stella Seasun, Jason Collett, Chris Lees. If you wondered why Jason Collett got the ride on the Grafton Cup winner today, have a look at this for Chris Lees. Drawn wide with a near rails bias, jags back to the inside, looks for inside runs, threads through and absolutely pounces late. She's a high-class mare and she gets the claim on Saturday for Louise Day. She could repeat.
Yeah, I did have him. I know it's Jay Collett. Tick, tick, tick. What a ride this was. But Mike, obviously it got a long way back this day, Stella Seasun. Where can you see it fitting in on Saturday?
Big map plus 3 back the rails following a hot tempo. Like I said, with the claim, Louise Day should have an easy job on Saturday.
Okay, well, let's have a look at another one of these that might be up on the speed. We're talking about He's a Hot Shot. It was obviously up on the speed this day here, Mike. Didn't get the chocolates, but another one where we're just sort of saying it might get into a good position on Saturday.
These were the days, weren't they? January 31. I think we're out there having a kebab.
How good.
I think COVID had only landed in Australia a week before this. We didn't know what was coming next. This is a great form reference. He's a hot shot on pace. Agassi on the inside. Matty Rocks, who was unlucky in Brisbane in a decent race on the outside. They put a gap on fourth. He's a dead set dry tracker who gets his conditions on Saturday, and the recent trial was fine.
Okay, and this one, of course, over the 12.50 Mike. So similar conditions there to the weekend. How good are Canterbury night meetings?
The best.
I think the Knocky's my favourite out there, mate. Let's get into it now, Mike. Race number 9. Let's send the punters home a winner. We've got the form, and this looks a nice close one to end the day.
Yeah, she won and she gets a claim, and Partners won and gets a claim as well. Light them both up.
Okay, so Stella Seasun and Partners out in front here, Mike. Who's got progression late in the card?
Into the preparation. He's a hot shot. He's fitter now. Diodoro can improve second up too, but he needs to. He got lapped last up.
Okay, so gold for those at decent odds down the bottom. What about the distance?
Most of them should be okay. 1,200 metre types.
Okay, so we're running through that with Stella Seasun and Partners still in front. Track conditions, who's going to appreciate the dry surface?
This is a big risk. Accelerator only just gave him a gold bar. I'm a little bit worried about him on firmer. Malaya Magic, she's a lighter frame type. I'm worried about him, her, Monty Ditto as well. And Diodoro, we know he's a mutter.
Absolutely, one of the best. All right, there's track conditions. Position in run. Okay, we've got a couple that are going to like this, Mike. They get a good position.
Yeah, we know what the map's going to be on Saturday. Partners, we couldn't give him a gold bar because he got the right run last start as well, but he'll lead. He's a hot shot on his back. Stella Seasun on her back. Great 1, 2, 3. Okay,
so Stella Seasun and He's a Hot Shot. They were the two that just rifled ahead there late with a position in run over Partners and back to Accelerado and Shara Terra. So not the favourites to end the day here, it looks like, Mike. So let's bring in all the ratings to see where we're going to play in the last. Looks like a bit of a get-out stakes, mate. We definitely won't be taking the favourites here. Stella Seasun, $6.50. He's a Hot Shot, $11. Favourite backers, what are they going to be doing, Mike? Partners, Sharaterra, we've got Accelerado there. They're all in the mix.
Yeah, the favourite backers will be sweating if there's that on-pace and near hours bias like we think they'll be. We're closing our eyes. We're imagining this race. Partners rolling along. He's a hot shot in the box seat. I think he just wins. He's an each-way play at $11. He definitely gets top 3, I think.
All right, sounds like a nice map play there in the last with He's a Hot Shot. There's a look at 5 big races from Rosehill Garden this weekend. Stick around after the break. Other best bets coming your way, our $100 hot seat and, of course, our new charity multi. Welcome back to Key Factors, presented by the raceguide.com.au. We are back to a drier track this weekend at Rosehill Gardens. Plenty of profiling to get through, Mike. We've had a look at 5 races, 4 more to go. Take us through the rest of the card, mate. Let's find some value.
We're betting on horses, but we're betting on bias and conditions as well. We're hoping it's going to be near pace, inside and drier. And if that's the case, the powerful North Pacific, the colt will be too hard to beat. So you'll start things off well. New arrangement, near pace at $6.50. Each way all day. Magic Charlie from the inside barrier as well. Lewis has come back a better horse and come roll forward. Free Hearted each way at $13. Oakfield Captain box seat at 41. Trumbull, well, I'm just not sure about that. Poetic Charmer at 19. Why not? He's a hot shot. Another each way play today at $11.
All right, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 at double figure odds, mate. I'm liking that. I'm sure there's going to be a few of those in the $100 hot seat this well, Mike, this week. How are we going here, mate? We're still down. We need that profit. Come on.
Oh, Desert Path was a big play last week, and he got backed in, and he beat by nose. It still hurts. $25 on new arrangement at $6.50 to beat the favourite. Court show, just in case on a drier track. Free Hearted in Ardasha. Free Hearted dry track, Ardasha at the weights. Oakfield Captain box seat. Like we said, Poetic Charmer, got to take those odds with a different form line, but race 9's one we're zooming in on. Partners leading. He's a hot shot box seat. Stella Seasun behind him. They could run top 3, Stu.
Oh, I like the sound of that, mate. That's a nice spread for the $100 hot seat. And of course, we're heading to our charity multi now. We've donated $1,000 to the Red Cross Disaster Relief. Now it's Food Bank that's hopefully going to get a bit of cash from us for the rest of the year. So let's start with a multi. You've mentioned bias a few times, Mike. Let's hope they go forward here. Bandersnatch, $2.80 into He's a Hot Shot at 11. They'll have 20 on that at around the $30 mark. And race number 9, all those ones we've said that are just going to map so well. Still a CSUN, He's a Hot Shot and partners. We'll box those up for a Quinella, mate, but it's time to make some money for Food Bank for the back half of the year.
Yeah, thanks for Ben Cox for setting up Food Bank, the link with us there. We're going to go out and see the great work that they do. Yep. Supplying food and drinks, obviously, for people in need.
Beautiful. All right, we'll head to the raceguide.com.au for all your feature profiling this week at Rosehill Gardens. That's it from us, but we'll see you again next week.
Good punting.